Hey everyone, this is Clayton from Clearview Community Church in Creemore. We meet every Sunday morning at the station on the green in Creemore at 11 a.m. We would love to see you there. We'll save you a seat. This is the sermon recap video for December 31st, 2017, New Year's Eve. We talked about getting a fresh start, and I felt like it was very fitting for New Year's. We found a story in John chapter 4 where Jesus meets a Samaritan woman at a well, and she goes there and she has this interaction and conversation with him that totally changes her life. And so she goes and he asks her for a drink of water, and she says, why are you asking me? Like, I'm a Samaritan and you're a Jew, and the Samaritans and the Jews didn't get along, and it was a little bit odd for him to start that conversation with her. And they have a conversation about spirituality and a conversation about what's going on in her life. And so there was three things we took from it. The first thing was God is already waiting for us when we're looking to make that fresh start. You see, Jesus was already at that well, waiting for that woman, or waiting for somebody. And when she gets there, Jesus was already there, and they have this conversation that begins this radical change in her life. The second thing is, when we're looking for a fresh start, don't avoid dealing with the junk. Don't avoid dealing with the baggage. Jesus points out to her that she's had previous husbands before, and the man that she's with now isn't her husband. And she goes from that conversation and totally changes the subject to differences between how Samaritans and Jews express their spirituality. And she was avoiding the confrontation, avoiding the conversation about what she was doing and dealing with her baggage and her past. And when we're looking for a fresh start, we can't just avoid the things that we're carrying along with us, the baggage or the issues that we've dealt with over our lives. It's when we're looking for a fresh start, it's time to deal with those things, to deal with our stuff before our stuff starts dealing with us. And then the third thing is to drink from the right well. Every day this lady would go to the well and she would get some water to bring home for her and the man that she was living with. But Jesus tells her, if you were to ask me for water, I would give you water that you would never be thirsty again. And he was talking in this spiritual sense where a relationship with Jesus was compared to drinking water that makes you never thirsty again. And as opposed to going to the well of this man that she was with, or to the well of the loneliness that she was stuck in, to continually just to keep going. And he was saying, if you keep coming to me, if you keep coming to Jesus, you won't be spiritually thirsty again. And so the three things that help you with a fresh start, God is already waiting for you to come to him and say, God, I need this fresh start. Don't avoid dealing with the baggage. We got to deal with our stuff before our stuff deals with us. And thirdly, drink from the right well. Keep going to Jesus. Keep going back to him over and over again if you need to. But with him, we can have those fresh starts that we're looking for. So that's what we talked about December 31st, 2017 at Clearview Community Church, Creemore, 11 a.m., station on the green, every Sunday. We'll see you there.